Hey guys, so we are slowly but surely going closer and closer to the 4th anniversary of Legends. Right now I'm recording this video on April 10th, so at this point we are less than 2 months away until the anniversary. So as you can see here, this was the announcement for the reveal and stuff for the 3rd anniversary, which actually came out on the 28th of May, and then the banner dropped the following day on the 29th. So I think, around that similar time this year is when we should expect to get the start of the actual official anniversary, somewhere around May 29th. So that's less than 2 months from now. It's pretty much like 6 weeks, 6.5, 7 weeks from now. So you guys might be thinking that, oh, we have time until the anniversary. Well, we do, but it's definitely closer than you guys probably are thinking. But I do expect to get another one of these reveals and stuff, obviously broadcast for the anniversary, followed by the actual celebration. So if you guys aren't familiar with how they've done the anniversaries in the past, or you guys maybe weren't playing when the other anniversaries released, let's just do a quick recap of what they released during the past anniversary. So the first year anniversary, they did the headliner as Super Vegito. So Super Vegito was the LF for the anniversary. He was, hands down the best unit in the game at the time, which was fine. But to me, I think the first anniversary was probably the most well handled in terms of the effect on the actual metagame. You had Blue Goku, Golden Frieza, and then you had Blue Vegeta and Buhan alongside Vegito. So you had representation for God Ki. This was like the first big major God Ki buff that we'd gotten. This Vegeta and the Goku. Oops, the Goku over here. We had a massive buff for LOE with this Golden Frieza. You had a massive buff for regen with this Buhan, and of course Fusion Warriors got their first real, super crazy unit with this Vegito. So you had a lot of these different tags getting representation in this anniversary, and it really allowed for a lot of diversity in the meta. And again, this came out in June of 2019, so this was actually a little bit later than the other anniversaries dropped. It was a few days later, starting in June 2nd. Now, the 2nd year anniversary, they went ahead and had Vegito Blue as the headliner for this anniversary, the blue one. So the first banner that released was a GT-themed banner. They had Super Saiyan 4, it's actually full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku from his Omega fight, and then of course Omega Shenron over here. And then for the second banner, they had Merge Zamasu, the non-corrupted version, and Rage Trunks, Super Saiyan Rage Trunks. So pretty decent. I mean, the only issue with this anniversary was two issues. Okay, number one, Vegito was way too good. This was a time in Dragon Ball Legends where the meta and the battle system were really lacking heavily, because back then they didn't have the feature where you could cover change multiple times. You could only cover change once per combo. And this Vegito Blue proved to be a real issue, because he would just infinitely combo you, and if you wanted to cover change and you cover change once, that was it. He was just going to kill you. Right? So he was just way too good. And then the other issue was that I think this green Super Saiyan 4 Goku was a little bit undertuned. He, I think, at the point in time of the anniversary, probably was, I would say, the weakest of the new units that came out during this anniversary. Because he could have legitimately been like a nice counter to Vegito Blue, him being green, but they just missed the mark with him. And then also Omega kind of got shafted because this guy was blue, and he did more damage against Fusion Warriors, and this guy was in the Fusion Warrior tag. But yeah, this could have been handled a little bit better. And then we got to the 3rd year anniversary, which is the most recent one. Obviously, we have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta releasing alongside Ice and Nova Shenron, which, I mean, it's fine, but for an anniversary, they're going to release Ice and Nova Shenron? I don't know. I don't know about that one. And then the other banner for the 3rd anniversary was the sort of future/super themed banner with the corrupted Merge Zamasu. We had just a 1% sparking Vegito Blue, which is pretty interesting, and then Red Kefla. There's a few issues with this one. I think Merge Zamasu and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta definitely were good as headliners for the anniversary. Ice and Nova could have been something way different. Like, what if they did like a Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, because to this day we only still have one Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta in the game, and then I don't know, like some kind of I don't know, because this was before Oob came out, Maj Oob. They could have done like a non-Maj Oob, like a normal Oob for this banner. I think that would have been more hype than Nova. Sorry. And then for this one, these characters are fine. I just think Kefla was just way undertuned for this. So overall, like this banner, I think was good character-wise. So that sort of brings us to the 4th year anniversary, and I guess we'll sort of lay out what I think the different possibilities are for this anniversary. And typically the way I like to do this is look through the roster of characters and really pinpoint and figure out, okay, what do we not have representation for in the game? And back when the 3rd year anniversary came out, I think I actually correctly predicted we'd be getting Merge Zamasu and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, because at that time, like, these were some of the only big ticket characters that were not in the game at all. And so it was not that hard to deduce that. But now, a year later, we have even less options because we have, you know, Merge Zamasu and this Gogeta now and stuff like that. So the question is, what do we not yet have representation for in the game? Legends Festival came around. We got Sword of Hope Trunks. He was one of the last ones that we needed, and we got him. And the big one that obviously a lot of people are probably thinking about and speculating that he's coming for the anniversary is Ultra Instinct Goku, the white-haired, silver-haired, mastered Ultra Instinct form from his fight against Jiren in the Tournament of Power. I think the chances of him coming during this anniversary are very, very high. We can take a look at the Universe Survival Saga tag. Been getting pretty much non-stop buffs over the course of the past like few weeks / months. Right, we got this Blue Beerus recently. We got Full Power Jiren recently. We just got this Golden Frieza. We just got this Ultra Blue Kaioken Goku. So they are pumping out buffs for Universe Survival Saga. So it'll be interesting to see if they want to go down this path. I think that Goku really is one of the last characters that we do not have representation for in terms of this specific arc here. Now, obviously, there's way more they can do with the Universe Survival Saga tag, but it would basically just be like rehashing characters that we already have in the game. Like, for example, we have Evolution Blue Vegeta. I'm pretty sure this guy came out in August, because I remember I was out when he released. But, like, Evolution Blue Vegeta, we could get a transforming, you know, just Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta into Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. Like, that could be something that we get. We could get a tag character or a just straight up assist character of Evolution Blue Vegeta and Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku when they fought against Jiren. That's something we could get as well. We could get a just normal Final Form Angel Frieza who transforms into Golden Frieza. We could get a Angel Golden Frieza and Android 17 assist character. We could get a a Spirit Bomb Blue Kaioken Goku who revives into Ultra Instinct Saiyan Goku. A transforming Kefla. We can get new versions of Jiren. He does like a million different moves in the Tournament of Power. So there's a lot that they can still do for the Universe Survival Saga tag. But in terms of like new characters that we actually just don't have at all, it's really only Ultra Instinct Goku. So whether or not they want to designate him as an LF or an Ultra character, I think because this would be his first appearance in the game, and typically what they like to do for these anniversaries is the quote-unquote headlining unit is like the first big LF that comes out. Like for example, 3rd year anniversary, we got Gogeta, we got Merge Zamasu, and then part 2 we got the Revival Gohan. He was also the second half of the 3rd year anniversary. The headlining unit was still Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, so I think what would happen is if they released Ultra Instinct Goku for this anniversary, he would be one of the 2 LFs that we get for part 1, and then whatever we get for part 2 would just be like the, just back-end unit, right? Whereas Ultra Instinct Goku would still be considered the headliner. So I think that is a very, very highly likely possibility. The second character that I'm going to mention is another character that we actually do not have in the game at all. And these, to me, I think, just thinking back to everything, I mean, obviously we're missing some of the smaller time characters. Like, everyone likes to make memes about Garlic Jr., he's not in the game. Dr. Wheelo's not in the game. Like, some stuff from Dragon Ball's not in the game. But these are like super popular, very, very hype and big ticket characters that we do not have in the game yet. The only other one that really comes to mind to me is if we go over to the movie saga, we do not have any Dragon Fist Goku from the Wrath of the Dragon movie when he fought Hirudegarn. We do not have that Goku. We do not have him at all. So an LF Dragon Fist Super Saiyan 3 Goku could definitely be a nice unit. I don't think he would be a headliner for the anniversary, but he would definitely be a nice secondary LF option, like basically filling the place of like what Merge Zamasu did last year. Merge Zamasu was not the headliner of the anniversary, but he was an LF on the second banner, right? So I think that could be a nice spot for him. Maybe if they wanted to do like a part 2, like how they did with Revival Gohan last year, he could be a good part 2 LF. But certainly a very popular, very hyped character that we just inexplicably do not have in the game at all. We're almost 4 years in. We don't have a single Dragon Fist Super Saiyan 3 Goku. It's actually pretty crazy to think about that. So those are really the only two like super mega hype, you know, tier characters from Dragon Ball that we don't have in the game at all. There's definitely some other options that I've been thinking of. I mean, just looking at the movies tag, I think the movies tag, because it's so expansive, it covers so many different stories, like, you know, the 13 Dragon Ball Z movies, we have Dragon Ball Super movies, like there's a lot. There's a lot that the movie saga covers here. We could get LFs of a lot of these characters, like we can get an LF Janemba, we don't have that. We can get an LF Z Broly, which I actually think probably is more likely to come than almost any other movies-based character. Not having an LF or an Ultra for Dragon Ball Z Broly. By the way, Dragon Ball Z Broly, I think I've mentioned this before, but Dragon Ball Z Broly is literally one of the most popular characters, hands down, in Dragon Ball, period. That is how popular Dragon Ball Z Broly is. We obviously have an LF for the Dragon Ball Super version of Broly, but Z Broly we don't have, and it's a very, very easy choice to do that, I think. So that's possible. We also have the Majin Buu saga, which hasn't really been touched in a while. There's, you know, the option of getting some sort of like LF Buuhan here. What about Ultimate Gohan? We have one one Ultimate Gohan in the game from the Buu saga. We technically have two Ultimate Gohans. This one is the Buu saga one, and then we have one from the Universe Survival Saga, which is this one, the transforming one from base form to Ultimate Gohan. But I mean, come on, 4 years in, we have one Ultimate Gohan who's like, he like when he came out, he was okay. I wouldn't even really say he was like exceptionally good. So they really just haven't really given that much love to Ultimate Gohan yet from the Buu saga. We can get an LF of him. Again, like I mentioned, Buuhan can be a solid option for this Buu saga as well. We don't have a transforming Super Saiyan 2 into Super Saiyan 3 Goku. We could get some kind of like tag Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta when they fought Kid Buu. There's a lot they could do for this tag, right? And I think when I'm thinking about part 2 specifically, for me, this is probably the biggest like shoe-in that I can think of for the anniversary. And if you guys remember back to Legends Festival Part 2, they released Ultra Super Gogeta. I think this anniversary is when we'll get the counterpart to him in Part 2, which would be an Ultra Super Vegito. I think that's pretty highly likely going to happen. And I'm assuming most of you guys could agree with me. You guys know how much this game loves Vegito. We've gotten a Vegito during every anniversary, right? We go back to the first year anniversary, he's the main headliner. We go to the second anniversary, he's the main headliner. Third anniversary, he was not the main headliner, but we actually did get a 1% sparking Vegito Blue. So fourth anniversary, it makes sense to get some kind of Vegito in some capacity, but I think sort of doing the Part 2 Ultra as Super Vegito makes the most sense. And this sort of brings me to like the conclusion of what I wanted to sort of bring full circle back to when I first started talking about Ultra Instinct Goku. Would they really do an anniversary with both Ultra Instinct Goku and Super Vegito together? I think taking a look at both of those units, or both those characters, they are both single-handedly capable of selling an anniversary on their own, right? Ultra Instinct Goku mastered, like, you know, the white-haired, silver-haired version. He is hype enough to carry the anniversary himself. Super Vegito, I would actually argue that if you asked me what is the single most hype character that would sell the most in Dragon Ball, my answer probably would be Super Vegito from Dragon Ball Z. Like, the most hype character they could possibly release probably is Super Vegito. Like, which character is going to make them the most money? This guy. He's going to make them the most money. This guy right here, this Vegito, right? So they do not need each other to help sell the anniversary. So when I'm thinking about this Super Vegito as like a potential Part 2 Ultra character, I don't really know if we need Ultra Instinct Goku in Part 1 from a business perspective to really, you know, sell the anniversary. So I actually would not be surprised if they delay Ultra Instinct Goku until Legends Festival this year, which should be the same time as it was last year, which is the end of the year. It's like November/December time. So I don't like, you know, put all your eggs in the basket of Ultra Instinct Goku coming out during this anniversary, because if they're gonna go ahead and go with the Ultra Super Vegeta for Part 2, he's enough. He is enough to carry this anniversary by himself. We could very easily see something like, I don't know, LF Super Saiyan 3 Dragon Fist Goku and LF Dragon Ball Z Broly in Part 1 of the anniversary, and then Part 2 ends up being Ultra Super Vegito. I think that for an anniversary would definitely be hype enough, and people would be very excited about that. But yeah, I mean, there's always other options. I mean, transforming versions of characters, tag versions of characters, assist versions of characters, revival characters. This game has come a long way, and they can sort of you know, finagle their way into creating new versions of characters that have just sort of been here for a while. Like like I just pulled the movies tag and I can just go down the list. Like Final Form Cooler, we don't have an LF Cooler. We could get one of those. That wouldn't be too crazy. Metal Cooler, we've only gotten like what, two of him. We don't have any kind of LF Turles in the game. So yeah, there's a lot they could potentially do here. Like we got a standalone 1% sparking of Vegeta Blue last year. What if they gave us a standalone 1% sparking of Gogeta Blue this year? Right, so there's a lot they could do here. But I think in terms of my predictions and what I would expect to see from the anniversary in a month and a half from now, like some kind of combination of like Ultra Instinct Goku, Ultra Super Vegito, maybe Dragon Fist Goku, Z Broly, like those are the characters I expect to see because of the lack of representation that they have either in the game period for Ultra Instinct Goku and Dragon Fist Goku, or just because they don't have an LF yet, and it's kind of crazy that they don't, like with Z Broly. Or even Buhan. I think Buhan definitely deserves one as well, but that's going to be sort of my predictions here. Let me know down below what you guys think. Again, Ultra Instinct Goku and Super Vegito, probably the two biggest, highly likely candidates. I personally do think that if this guy does not come out as an Ultra in Part 2, Super Vegito, I would be fairly shocked. I would. But hope you guys enjoyed this one. We are only a month and a half away from the anniversary. Hope you guys are looking forward to it. I know I am. And I'll see you all in the next one.